So, hello. My name is Evgenia, and I'm the president of the biggest Russian entrepreneur community. You're watching the vlog, which is about people who came to Russia to do business. Why? What difficulties they face, and also what advantages do they see. And also 3 tips from each of them for you to start business in Russia. Hello, and today we are here in a pretty restaurant, Brazilian, and here is the owner, Aaron.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, Jenny.
So let's tell our subscribers a little bit about how came that now you have a restaurant here in the center of Moscow, and why here?
Yeah, of
why
course.
Moscow?
Of course. Well, I was living in Italy before. I am natural from Brazil. I met my wife in Italy. She's Russian. So that's the reason why I'm in Moscow.
Yeah, usually Russian girls marry Italian guys.
Yeah, well.
All the way from Brazil.
Yeah, well, some special conditions we met there, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason I came to Moscow. And for starters, I just started learning the language. That it was very difficult at start. Yeah, and then I started to participate in business courses like business models and etc.
Really?
Yeah.
You did?
I did twice the CEH.
How was the difficulties in language?
It actually helped me a lot because I needed to learn new terms and etc. in Russian language, and so it helped me a lot.
How many years ago was that?
That was in 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
Yeah, I did the first intensive program
When did you come to Russia?
6 years ago.
6 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did the intensive program, the CEH, from BM, and then I started to do coffee from Brazil. I started to make selling of it, and once I was working a job and I was like tired of it, and then I started to think, what can I do with my coffee so I can up my sales. And then that comes the idea, okay, I'll make a place where people can come and try Brazilian coffee.
So were you entrepreneur before, or you just you were always working for someone else in Italy or in Brazil? Did you have any experience of doing business before?
I did a little, yes, because I used to teach martial arts in Brazil, and in Italy I went there because of that. So I usually help the masters to manage the school, to bring people inside, to teach them, to make them pay more money for what they do. So I had some experience in that before in Italy.
So what was the main difficulty for you in doing business here?
Yeah, first of all, it was paperwork.
Paperwork.
Yeah, it's a lot of paperwork. If you don't know Russian business paperwork, you just don't do anything at all. You just need to hire a lot of people that will do it for you. And second, it was the handwork. So people who come to work for me, they are not so well qualified in the restaurant business. We had a lot of trouble with that from 2 years on since we are working. It's still one of the greatest problems I have.
Do you think it's like the problem you face in Russia, or you think it's the problem all of such businessmen face in other countries in your niche?
Well, I know in Brazil we don't have a problem with that. In restaurant business, we are very we like to receive people in Brazil. This is very traditional for us. We do it since we are children. So if you go in a restaurant there, you're going to be very well treated. And in Italy, well, it's the same. It's like family business, So in Russian, people that are in this job, they're rooting between restaurants. So they go in one restaurant, they go and work in another restaurant. They know that this is just temporarily. It's not one thing that people take in the soul to move it on. So that is still the biggest problem I have.
How did you try to manage it?
Well, we tried a lot of different systems, to payment systems. We try to do in the morning so people come and together we're like a team and etc. We all the time we try to do something different. Last time, what we're doing now is really working like teamwork. We cut off all the people that are giving like bad energy, because we need always positive energy, positive mood. It's what we do here. We give people energy, good energy. So everybody that was giving bad energy, we cut off, and now we have just people that are smiling all the time. They're happy, and we are working every day so they can always feel happy. We are doing like a normal payment system so they can feel like they have a basis here. That's what we're doing most now. Happy, making people happy at work.
Okay, and you said that the paperwork, the handwork for like hiring people. What other problems did you face?
We have a lot of problem with outsourcing companies, because you need to do accounting, you need to do payments, you need to do a lot of stuff that we don't do inside, because it's a small restaurant. You don't need to have a lot of people working here, so we do outstaffing and outsourcing. And with outsourcing, we have a lot of problems because,
Kind of.
you know, like accounting, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have accounting, it's an office outside, and we have people there doing for us all the paperwork. And, you know, sometimes come and, yeah, here you go, you have a fine from Nalogovaya, you know?
Yeah.
You have to pay it.
From the tax office.
Yeah, and so what did I do wrong? I did everything as you told me to do. Yeah, it happens. You have to pay.
Okay. How do you manage that?
We try to understand why did it happen, and if often it appears to be something we do not give them paperwork at time or something like that, so we manage to next time not to do the same mistake. But it's not like they take all your headache for you. They just do what they're supposed to do, that is giving declaration for the Nalogovaya, and to see that everything is okay with the alcoholic declaration, and etc. So they don't do our part of it. That we still have to do paperwork.
I think you've just you've chosen the wrong outsource companies, maybe. It's the same as people. Yeah, you need to like try several to understand what the difference is.
Yeah, I had about 200 people already passing through my restaurant.
Okay, so any other problems here with business in Russia?
Sorry?
Any other problems here with business in Russia?
No, actually, I find it very interesting.
Oh, great. That's the second point, because like we were talking about the problems of doing business in Russia, but still we see a lot of foreign people coming and doing business in Russia, and it's possible. And the main question is, what is the advantage of doing business in Russia, and what like positive things you see in communicating with other entrepreneurs here?
Yeah, sure. It's very important because problems, it's what we do. We're businessmen. We're solving problems. The most problems we solve, the better we are at our jobs, right? It's not something regular. The good things we have in Russia, we have. I won't say that the tax are so high. I believe they are very normal. If you used to do like business in Europe or in Brazil or USA, I don't know, but in Europe for sure they have a lot more taxes than we have, and they have
Taxes. That's a good point. In Russia, you have taxes that are quite very lower than you have them in Europe or in a lot of other countries. So, for example, if you do less than what's it in dollars, or let's say it in rubles, so that you can exchange it into your currency, less than 150 million rubles a year, the total revenue, you pay only 6% from what you get. So that's all the taxes you pay, and also you have the taxes for hiring people. They're not so small, not 6%, but they're still smaller than what you have in Europe. So you like it too, yeah?
Yeah.
What else? What other things do you like about doing business here?
One thing very nice in Moscow is that you have a lot of people. So if you need anything at all, you just start calling people, and you will find someone that knows someone, and you will meet exactly the needs you have.
Is it the same thing you do in other countries when you do business, or do you find it similar to something, or is it like Russian thing?
I believe everywhere we have it, but in Russia it's, I don't know, it works better. Because if you need someone that knows something, you really will find this person. And there is not only one person, there's a lot of them. Moscow is a very big city, a lot of people, and very well qualified people as well. They're hard to find, but when you find them, you have all your problems solved, and all very fast. We have problems with paperwork and etc., but you always find a way to do it faster, to do it better. So.
Okay. So yeah, it's the same thing as I see it. Like why we have a strong community, because you know the value of solving or a problem, or finding a person to solve your task or problem like in 5-15 minutes, because you send a message to WhatsApp chat to the community and ask who does that or who does this, and you get the answer like in 5-10 minutes. And it's usual and normal. And if we got to that point, is like, do you feel the need of being in any community? Do you visit any events for like expats or something else?
For expats, I don't feel any need, because I'm a fluent Russian speaker, and I really like the mentality of the Russians. This is one thing that's also a very good plus.
Brazilian is like, I think we're quite close, yeah? Like
We're very close.
And the Russians, they're close.
They're very close. The only difference is that Brazil are thinking about party and the Russians are thinking about business. But other than that, we're very, very similar. And Russians are always thinking ahead. They're always thinking a way to solve problem. They are always thinking and philosophing about the life itself. So as entrepreneurs, we need to grow not only in business but in life. If you grow in life, you grow in business. It's like together, something going together. And Russians are always trying to thinking about life, and they're philosophing about it all the time. It's
you feel
really
that
great.
difference, yeah?
Yeah. When I go back to Brazil, I talk with my friends, and I see that they're stuck in a level of life that it's party and etc. and nothing else.
How is it implemented in life? Well, how do you see it? In what phrases or in what situations?
I don't know. Usually people here used to get together and just talk, but they're not talking about, like in Brazil, there's a girl passing by, oh, you see the test. You're always talking about like superficial stuff. In Russian, people go very deep. They go very deep, so you just sit and talk with anyone, and suddenly you're talking very, very deep philosophy.
So, do you think it's like good for Russians, or is it like bad for their happiness, I mean?
Both.
Maybe that's why, maybe because the Brazilian guys look and watch it like a nice bomb has passed and they're more happy.
Yeah, of course. We used to say in Brazil that you are happy either if you're dumb or either if you have a lot of work to do. If you have a lot of time and you're not, if you're very smart, you're just thinking about things that's happening in life, and usually you go down. But in Russia, somehow people manage to balance it.
Thinking and doing.
Yeah. People here are very active. I see it that way. At least the businessmen. I'm not talking about the mass of people. I mean the people I live every day with. They are always thinking about moving forward, about doing greater stuff. So they're always thinking to go up, not down.
Going back to the point, if you need any communities or if you participate in any communities, no.
No, I don't feel any need. Just the Russian, not expat. Russian, yeah.
What Russian communities do you participate in?
I like very much to go to another restaurant meetings to meet new people from this area. Also, I like to meet people from BM. I like when I know they're going somewhere. I usually go to just talk with the other guys as well. Parties, when people are gathering together, and I know about it, I just go.
Right. What are your goals for your business now?
Yeah, we are starting to make what we had. Until then, 2 years for restaurants, at least for me, since I didn't have any experience before that, it has been like a great school. So I'm trying now to make it very, very good, and then copy it. Just do another one.
Okay. Are you in business alone, or you have some Russian partners, or was there any points or any steps of your way when you needed like Russian people to explain you how to do business here?
Yeah,
how
sure.
did that happen?
Sure. Since from the start, actually, I opened this company with my wife, so we did it together from the start, and she always helped with paperwork and things that I didn't understand at the point. And then after a while, she just now more resting at home. She's waiting for baby, and etc. And at this
For baby and etc.
And at this point, I have a Russian partner that just come in. She's doing a great job with us.
Not really Russian, I think.
Yeah, she's not really Russian, but
Armenian.
she's Armenian, yeah. But she's speaks Russian like me, yeah. So we're doing together now.
And also, the question about money is, did you have the money for the start, or how did you find it more expensive or less expensive to open the business in Russia?
Well, the time I opened it, let's say for foreigners, yeah, it was a little bit harder because the capital you need, the amount you needed before was a little bit more than now because the ruble just went down. But we needed more than I thought.
What did you have it? You came here with your capital, or you found it here?
No, I found here a private, let's say, investor. Yeah.
Where did you meet the investor? I mean, like, for example, Brazilian from Italy comes to Russia. Yeah.
No, it was between known people, between friends. Yes.
Did your wife help you with that, or yeah? So, as I see from your story, it's quite useful when Russians communicate with the foreigners, or it's better to say when foreigners communicate with Russians who know how to do business in Russia.
Yeah, I believe foreigners have a lot to learn from Russian entrepreneurship. So I believe they should come to talk with Russians.
How do you think, what could now like make your business grow twice or 10 times?
Yeah, we think a lot about that now. What we think we need to do now is like franchising or something like that. It's the only way to really grow big in a small time. Is franchising.
What are 3 tips you could recommend or you can show our subscribers?
Well, first of all, should come here.
Come to Russia.
It's very important to come, to know, to meet people, to talk with a lot of people. It's very important to know the terrain. Second of all, make a very good plan. To, of course, use Russian people to help use a very nice model from business plan. And if you come with your capital, it's better as well because the ruble is undervalued now, so there's not so much money you need to start up anything. And third, let's see, you should do it from heart. That's for sure.
What do you think you brought here as a foreigner to business? What, like, you know, when we connect, when we communicate, yeah, each side gives the other side something. What's the thing you change here as a foreigner?
Well, one thing for sure, since I'm Brazilian and I love to smile, I'm changing people mentality.
And thanks for that. We really need more smiles.
Yeah. Some people just pass through, they usually come in, they see me at the door smiling, and they come in and they ask me, where are you from? You're not Russian.
Yeah.
And I said, I didn't even talk to you. Did you get from my accent or what? So no, you smile differently.
Well, I've been to Paris I think 3 years ago it was, I think. We were riding on a taxi and we were laughing and everything like that, and the taxi, it was a lady, she asked me, I think you're talking Russian, are you Russians? We said, yes, why did you ask? She said, because it's really strange, you talk Russian but you smile and laugh. It was a funny moment.
Yeah, so since we are here to show our culture, to show our dances and music. So, like today we have Carnival night in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have people dancing in feathers and cacao dancing without shirt. So we make people laugh and dance. So we're here to give our mission. I feel like our mission is to give people happiness.
Great, a great mission, I think, here. How do you choose where to go? Not probably now, because you're already fluent speaking and everything but when you only came, how did you know where to go, where not to go, where to take the information, where to learn? What? I understand you're it was an easier part for you because you have a Russian wife.
It was not.
It wasn't?
It was very, very painful actually at the start. Because, well, if you have a wife, okay, she has friends and the friends are just girls. And all the time you're going sushi or something to do with those girls around there talking about boys or something like that. So no, it's not actually so easy.
A great point for me, for targeting people to the business community is asking, are you a husband that came here with your wife and you always feel that there's only her friends, her girlfriends around? You need men friends. Look for them in our community.
That's true. It was very difficult at the start actually to find places to go, people to meet. I started at first to search in internet, are there Brazilians in here?
Yeah, so there was a thing to look for Brazilians.
At start, and then I didn't find any. Either I found Brazilians that don't think as I think.
They dance.
Yeah, they just like dancing and girls. They don't do anything else.
The same thing as they did in Brazil.
Yeah. So I had a lot of trouble to go out with Brazilian guys. So I started to try to meet male friends from my wife. They are also very, I don't know, if you're a foreigner and you just come in and they, the Russian man, they already have the group of people they talk to, so they don't let you come in so easily as well. And you don't understand at the start their jokes or something like that, so you just don't fit in. So what I found in the better way was really when I founded the business meetings, and there are people they're open to new ideas, they're open to talk. So
you think that the topic of business was a channel for you to understand how the life here and to find friends and to find your...
That's for sure. That was the only channel I found actually. I never found people just like that. You have to really search in internet where are the business meetings going on, and a lot of people now are trying to learn English. So if you go to any business meeting, people are going to be happy to talk with you in English as well, not only Russian.
Great. Thanks. I hope it was very useful for you, and soon you will find that there is a big English-speaking business community here in Russia, and not only in Russia. What we do together, or what our mission is, not just to do business and to make meetings here, but also to find what is the best thing for entrepreneurs all over the world. For example, we travel together to different events, conferences, the best ones. I am an entrepreneur, and I understand that in everyday life you actually don't have time to open your laptop and find where is the best to study, for example, or what best conference is for you in the world as entrepreneur. Where are the leading marketing tips and everything like that, the most useful things for you. That's what we do. We find these events and we take groups there. Also, what we understood from our life is that traveling with entrepreneurs just for like holidays, not only for conferences and co-learning, is very not useful, and it's a lot of fun. Because when you're traveling with people who you understand, who you talk the same language, I mean, you have the same mindset actually, it becomes a very fun moment, fun days. And you come back and now you understand that you not only had a holiday, you actually have a baggage of what to implement in your business, because you can't shut your mouth while you're on the holiday as an entrepreneur mouth. I mean, you still talk about business, and that makes the ideas generating. I do community building during the last 4 years, and I find that the holidays when entrepreneurs meet entrepreneurs are the best moments where you can actually find the motivation, or where you can find new ideas and just have a lot of fun.
Yeah, and have a lot of insights, I'm sure.
Yeah. So welcome, Aaron, to our events as well, and it was really nice to meet you. It's a gorgeous place, and how I found you, I didn't know you studied at BM, is because I saw on Instagram people dancing during the evenings here outside, and that was what took my attention. Yeah, forgetting some words. So, see you in the next videos, and if you have some questions on how to do business, or maybe you need some contacts or anything else, write the comments underneath this video and I personally will answer you. Bye bye.